Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 24 of Changing the Narrative with myself, Murray Elborn, and my lovely co host.
Elizabeth Rouse. Hello, everyone.
You hinted to laugh there. Did I say something that was hilarious?
Okay, so have you ever watched the cartoon SpongeBob?
I have. In fact, when we did our workshop on the weekend for Ameribility, we were assigning roles for SpongeBob characters, and I did get Squigworth. Is it Squigworth?
That makes me so happy. But okay, so you said it's episode 24. Murray, do you know what's funnier than 24? 25.
Living in a pineapple under the sea.
No, it's this really stupid bit where SpongeBob and Patrick are sitting in class at boating school and they're like very poorly behaved, right? Because they're homies and they're sitting in the front row and they're goofing off. And they
First of
just
all, homies don't
cannot
have the front row, to be fair.
they just cannot get it together. And the whole bit, like whenever anybody turns 24 years old or on the 24th day of the month, it's, do you know it's funnier than 24? 25. So that's all I can think of.
All right,
So
I want you to sing the theme song now. You have to sing the theme song.
who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Who's porous and yellow? And there's more words. That's the end. Good job. Go to.
And yellow is he.
Yeah, exactly. Sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure, sure.
let's
Uh-huh.
go with that one. All right. Actually, I was just telling Lizzie as I was perusing through the agenda that I thought I saw meat lovers and it was actually meat leaders. So
I told him he was hungry. Yeah.
apologies to all the leaders. I haven't had breakfast yet. But all right, Lizzie, what are we talking about today?
We're going to kind of split our focus. Our overarch is the upcoming National Federation of the Blind National Convention taking place in Austin, Texas, July 3rd through the 8th. But we really do truly believe that the things we're going to discuss today about applying yourself for convention, preparing for convention, those things can apply across the board for any kind of professional experience. It just so happens that in this instance, we're talking about the NFB convention this summer. So, Murray, how do you want to do this? How should we kick this off, boss?
Let's go through the dates, and then we can scroll to the page, and we can do each day on a day. But Lizzie,
Okay.
question first:
Sir.
what number is this convention? I love, I love,
75
I love
was,
thumping Lizzie.
hold on, 75 was 15.
That's so rare.
That means 85 would have been 25. I believe this is 86.
Correct. I thought I was going to get one up over you, but no.
Well, I knew the Federation was founded in 1940, but
Your
one of the
backward
things that
math
I,
comes to the backward math comes to the.
yeah,
Let
it's
me ask
true.
you a
Let's be
question.
honest. It's not even my history knowledge. It's the fact that you made me do math. That's
Let,
actually the problem.
let me ask you a question. You started at 1975 and went backwards 15 years. Why wouldn't you just
No,
start
no, no, no,
at
no, no,
60?
no. 2015 was the 75-year celebration of
Okay.
the NFB. So
Okay.
when I said 2015 was 75,
Oh, okay. Now
that's
you're
what I meant.
confusing everybody. But
Well, I'm not confusing myself, and I got the right answer. So
it started. Uh, okay. Actually, that math completely doesn't make any sense because if you would have started at 1960, that's 40 would have
it
been
started in
66.
1940.
So yeah, it would have started
It
in
started in
40.
1940.
Okay. So why didn't you just go back and say 40 to 2000 is 60 and then 2060?
Why are you criticizing the fact that I got the right answer? I just did it the way that you wanted me to get it. You know what? This is why we're talking about conflict next time. This is it right here. This is it.
We should have been talking about conflict today.
Too bad.
All right, let's go.
All right. So, as you can tell, Murray and I have never recorded in the morning before, so this is a fun and
It
fresh
is
experience for all of us.
it
Welcome,
is
welcome to the
new.
bright side.
The bright side
Um, so
as
we are
opposed
gonna
to the
just
dark
start by flipping through a general overview of convention, and then we're gonna go a little bit more in depth. We can kind of talk about the things that jump out at us. Um, the very quick and dirty version of any National Federation of the Blind National Convention seems to be the first day of convention this year, that is Friday, July 3rd, is largely devoted to folks getting to convention, arriving on site. There's always ridiculously long hotel lines because everyone is so excited to get there. There is a vocational rehabilitation professionals conference happening. There is also a lot of other individual group meetings, division experiences happening throughout the day. Um, Murray, do you want to give your plug for what's happening on the third here so you don't yell at me again for skipping it?
I didn't yell. I just concernedly raised my voice a little. Um, there's a difference. Um,
I appreciate the difference. Thank you for
there's
clarifying.
two things I want to talk about on the third. I'm very
Hmm.
excited. I just got a call from Harriet, and Harriet runs the kids camp during
Hmm.
NFB National Convention, and she has asked me to come and do a session in the morning for the 10 to 12 year olds to teach them how to play blind low vision tennis, which I'm
Oh, cool.
extremely excited about. Kids are the best
That's so fun.
to play tennis.
Hmm.
So we'll be, yes, going into whichever room they are in to be determined and playing some tennis in the morning, which is exciting. And then in the afternoon, I also sit on the NFB Sport and Rec Board, and we are doing a sports and recreation fair in the afternoon in Salon E on the third floor. Come up and see us. You know, there'll be tables where you can talk to 8 different recreation opportunities. There'll be some demonstration opportunities. You can come hit a tennis ball against the wall if we can find a wall that's free. Because hitting above people's tables probably isn't the thing to do.
Unless they make you really mad, in which case, don't do it
Conflicts,
anyway. It's not
conflicts
very
next
nice.
week, Lizzie. Calm down.
Yeah, don't do that. It's not very kind.
Yeah.
Murray
Um,
said so, so.
yeah. Uh, let's go with that. Um, and then yeah, so that goes for 6 hours. It's a long time. Uh,
Lots of time to come spend with you.
lots of time to come spend with me.
It's on my agenda.
Come and say g'day, unless you want to talk about the World Cup, and then don't bother.
Yes, we're not talking about that. Marie is in mourning, and we are respecting that.
Yeah,
The other plug that I will give on this day in particular is twofold. These are evening activities. The Rookie Roundup is an incredible opportunity for first-time convention attendees to really get the lay of the land, to be welcomed to the Federation and to Austin by some of our active leaders. Pam Allen, who is the first vice president of our organization, and Tracy Zafranco, who's the affiliate president in Virginia, as well as the chair of the Kenneth Jernigan Fund Committee, work really, really hard to make this a really fun programming event. Um, Really great opportunity to just get familiar with things that are happening. There's some swag bags there sometimes. And I'm actually super stoked. I, for the first time in the 8 years I've been at convention, have been asked to be a speaker at Rookie Roundup this year. So you are more than welcome to go see Murray in the afternoon and then come join me for Rookie Roundup in the evening. Followed by the National Student Division is actually hosting a NABS networking event. So a really great time to just come and show up and build some community early in the week so that you can maybe make a couple new friends, connect with some people who share some interests as you, and have some fantastic folks to connect with throughout the week.
and I
Um,
tell you that
so-
Rookie Roundup is in Salon 5 and 6.
there you go.
And it starts at 8 p.m. and goes through to 9:30.
Mhm.
And President Riccobono is going to be on level 4. And the Kenneth Jernigan Fund, as you said, will be discussed as well. Tell us about your Rookie Roundup experience, Lizzie.
So my first national convention was actually my first year winning a scholarship in 2018. Um, and to be very frank with you, I was so overwhelmed by everything that was happening. I cannot remember if I made it to Rookie Roundup that year.
Oh,
I know we had a scholarship meeting that evening, so it would surprise me, frankly, if I didn't go. But it's also a very real possibility that my scholarship mentor asked me to go and do something else or to connect with him on a different level of the hotel or something like that. I am a little embarrassed to admit I actually don't know the last time I went to a rookie roundup, but I also had a little bit of an unfair advantage in that I had a friend get to the hotel a little early that year, and he was like, "Dude, this is a huge hotel. Let me know if you need the layout, the breakdown. I'll walk it with you." So I actually kind of got like a personalized crash course in the layout of the hotel. And I think a lot of that rudimentary knowledge is some, not all, but some of what is given out at the rookie roundup. So if I went, I'm confident it was stupendous. I was just so nervous and excited and overwhelmed at the time that it is just whoosh, clean out of my brain. However, I can tell you, I have actually had the pleasure of serving under Tracy Zafranco on that Kenneth Jernigan Fund Committee for the past couple of years. And I actually love Rookie Roundup. It has a special place in my heart because I've been tapped to help select some of the music, the introductory music for Rookie Roundup for the last couple years. So
Although I've been to a lot of
last
Taylor
year we did
Swift
like a
now.
Wicked theme.
Oh,
And this year the theme is keeping Austin weird or keeping the Federation weird. So I just got to listen to just like a ton of really random quirky music and help like come up with the clips for people to walk out on stage to. So I'm very intrigued to see who gets what assigned to them because I try really hard to like pick the clips, but I don't pick the songs for people, if that makes sense. So
and what
I
you
don't
should have
know,
done
fun thing.
is you should have gone through the Austin Powers sound collection song
Mm.
and then chosen some Austin Powers because
Well, we're in Austin next year, so I'll keep that in
yes,
mind. That's a great
okay,
recommendation.
I know,
I
right?
love that. I
I'm
love
here
that.
with
Thank you.
the good ideas. For
Yes.
people who are attending, um, use a mobile app if you can and web portal. So the NFB 26 attendee hub platform, that's a mouthful, is available beginning mid June. So it's already available via the app for both iOS and Android, as if you'd have one of them, devices and web portal from desktops. So it's a great idea to start, using these things if you in a profession where you might attend a lot of conferences, having a digital version on hand that you can either use VoiceOver or you can obviously pinch to zoom into is great. You have your phone on you most of the time, so it's a great opportunity to start using something like that instead of just a paper version or a large print version.
You could also be like me and refuse the app because I don't want to use it and have an electronic copy of the agenda saved to my desktop. And before convention, like right when the agenda came out, I actually got on to download my version and I kind of cut all of the things that I was like, hey, this isn't on my top priorities list or this isn't on my level of interest. So I've actually reformatted the agenda to basically be my day by day schedule. And then what I do, and Murray's gonna be like, you're creating so much more work for yourself. I literally cut my agenda. I cut it like page by page or day by day, and I email myself a copy of that day's schedule so I know where I need to be and when I need to be. And I found that that's actually a system that also works really well for me because then I don't have to take my computer everywhere. I don't have to carry a bulky agenda. It's right on my phone. I know exactly how to find it and where to find it and what to do with it, which I find really helpful.
You just really scared me because that's what I did last year.
We're twins! Oh my gosh!
That's
I genuinely think it's so much more manageable. The other thing that I don't love about the app, and you can turn this setting off, I have learned this, is other people can like find you in the app. And like my friend Anna has her settings so like people can contact her. I don't know why she's a weirdo. But like people will like slide into her DMs and I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like I don't have time for
uh,
these shenanigans. No.
no warm and
So
fuzzies from Lizzie.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, and here's my thing. If somebody like contacted me and they were like, "Hey, I know you're involved with the Performing Arts Division. Can you remind me where this meeting is?" Like 100% I'm gonna do that stuff. But I don't need the like, "Hey babe, how you doing?" Like pass. No, not.
Here's what else I would say apart from you and getting hit on in the app. Um, I would say that if you don't do what Lizzie and I do to pick your selections and get your day running, you kind of have buyer's remorse. You'll go by a salon and you'll see a thing or feel a sign or whatever you do,
Mhm.
and you'll be like, "Oh, that looks interesting. Maybe I'll go to that." And then you're in there for like 15 minutes and it sucks or isn't as good as the one that you selected. And then you're like, oh, buyer's remorse. I should have actually stuck to the one that I wanted to go to. And there's so many things on at any given time that
Yes.
can get overwhelming really, really quick. And before you know it, you're overwhelmed and you're sitting back in your room thinking, oh, I wish I was at lunch. And that's not great. You need to attend those things. They're really, all of the things are really great in some
Yes.
for you. So try and get organized. Like it's a great way to be able to talk about last week we talked about leadership, and one of the things that we'll follow up on is organization and
Yes.
prioritization. And this is an opportunity for you going to NFB to be organized, to,
Yes.
to have prioritization, and to really determine what you want to do and where you want to be at any given time to make the most of your convention.
And I think that where you want to be piece, right, is huge, Murray, in that these convention hotels are very large and they can be very overwhelming, particularly for folks who don't have the most in-depth navigation skills. If you know, for example, and I'm going to pull this one out because I didn't even know this, the Sports and Rec Exploration Fair is in Salon E, which just so happens to be, but the same place that the Showcase of Talent is going to be. You're finding some of the same places, and sometimes like knowing what you're looking for and generally where it is can be really helpful if there isn't a ton of marshals out and about on that day. Like, don't be afraid when you get to the hotel to just go explore. Like, these people have literally been told, and I have this on really great authority because President Riccobono told our Kenneth Jernigan Leadership and Service cohort this. These hotels know what blind people exploring looks like. Like, theoretically, they know to leave us alone and to let us explore and to feel for signs and to find our way. And they might say, like, hey, can I offer you any assistance? And that's a great time to ask for some if you want some, or to say, no, thanks, I'm just poking around, right? It totally depends on your vibe. But don't
And
be afraid to go acquaint yourself because the more efficient you can be, the more organized in getting from place to place, also significantly going to help you later in the week when like you can then be that direction for other people or assisting in different ways. So don't be afraid to just go out there and explore.
And of course, not everybody can get to convention, Lizzie, and it is important to be informed about what's
Mhm.
happening in this space. Currently, there's obviously a lot of challenges, issues, things that are relevant for people with blindness and low vision going on within politics and policy and procedure. So, if you can't make it to the convention, you can also be on Zoom and attend
Mhm.
sessions as well. And so, in the comments on our social media platforms, we will post all of the links to Zoom, the mobile one tap numbers, the meeting IDs, and the local phone numbers that you can access to the Zoom rooms. So definitely try and, if you're not going, still um, look through the agenda and then see if there's opportunity to be able to get into a Zoom room virtually.
Yes. Before I circle back and ask you where the NABS networking event is, because that's the one event that we named that we didn't name a location for, I do just have to plug into you can be eligible for door prizes if you are a virtual attendee for that $10, I believe, registration fee. So don't be afraid to get involved that way too. It's a great way to be plugged in. We know that convention can be a hard ask for people for financial reasons, for work reasons, this, that, and the other thing. So don't be afraid to get connected in that way either. You could actually win some pretty good prizes right off the bat. So
Also,
take
for our,
advantage.
yep, good idea, good public service announcement. Um, assistive listening devices are also going to be available, ALD assistive listening devices, and
And Spanish
and
translation as well.
Spanish. I'm getting to it, Lizzie.
I'm just excited for that one. Sorry.
Spanish interpretation for sure. And I'll just remind people that it is a scent-free environment. So unfortunately, everybody, you will not be able to smell the 10 different colognes that I have. And I'm always cognizant now. I feel like I'm shouldn't be putting it on anywhere, but I do love cologne. So
I
what
also am a perfume girl, so it hurts me a little bit. The caveat that I give is if I shower like at nighttime, I will allow myself to put lotion on because it's like lost its scent by the next day.
yeah.
So maybe just like spray cologne on yourself before you go to bed.
Okay, good to know. Yep. I'll spray it on my pillow so I can smell myself.
There you go. See, perfect.
Relief and support. The following designated locations are available as needed. Guide dog relief areas at the JW Marriott. The area is along the hotel's driveway. Exit through the JW Marriott lobby doors and turn left. The relief area is at the end of the driveway alcove.
Yes. All right. Circle back to NABS networking. Where's it at? Tell me more.
I'm trying to find it
I know you're scrolling. It's like all the way at the end of the day on the third.
all the way at the end of the day. Okie dokie. Let's go.
Yeah, just skip over the meat lovers meeting.
The meat lovers, no meat lovers. You're getting Hawaiian with chicken. Uh,
Dude, I love pineapple on pizza.
I
Hot
do
take.
too. I am absolutely 1000% in favor of pineapple and pizza.
Okay, good. We can have pizza together then, because so many people are like, that's disgusting. And I'm like, then don't eat my pizza.
Student networking, is that the one? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I found it. Salon E, level 3. It's in the same place.
Oh my gosh.
We'll,
Wow.
we'll take over. I'll leave you a little remnants of the sport and recreation fair, and you have to
Perfect. Just leave me a
find it.
couple tennis balls to throw at people.
Yeah,
That'd be
it'll
great.
just be like a scavenger hunt for you when you get in the room.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect. Awesome.
There's blind students kick off your convention right by joining our national student division to mix and mingle. What does mix and mingle mean, Lizzie?
It means you're moving around in a crowd of people and conversing with folks that you may have never met before. You're mixing and mingling.
You'll be able to meet Lauren Altman, who is the president of the NABS. Whether you are new or returning, we can't wait to welcome you.
There you go. Be there, be square. I'll be there for at the very least the last hour. So come hang out with me.
You're only making it for an hour?
Well, Rookie Roundup goes from 8 to 9:30, and I
Right.
believe that goes from 8:30 to 10:30. So if I can dip out of Rookie Roundup early, I will be there for longer.
Yeah.
But it really depends on where I'm at in the Rookie Roundup programming,
Rookie
unfortunately.
Roundup, by the way, is in salons 5 and 6, level 4.
You said that already. But
Okay.
you're just covering your bases. We appreciate
I
you.
wasn't sure if it said the same thing up the top, which is why I said that.
Yeah.
Let me
you
go
did.
back quickly to the sport and rec so I can read you the highlights if I can find it.
I
Everybody
love that
plays.
you're reading this. You're so nice to people. I'd be like, guys, nfb.org/convention,
I
go
know.
look at your agenda.
We're an information podcast, Liz. You got to do the hard stuff.
But yeah, the information is you can look for it at nfb.org/convention.
This is why I go back to these things, because I actually said the wrong times. It's 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Everybody plays. Sport and Rec Fair. Salon E, level 3. That's really easy to remember. E3. Stop it. Learn how the blind community moves, competes, and dominates in sport. That's me. I dominate in sport.
Stop.
Um,
Read the convention agenda.
and fitness. This is inclusive recreation redefined. Our president, Richie Flores, will be there. I will be there. Lizzie better be there at some point.
That's the plan. I finish up my shift in the presidential suite at 1 o'clock. So I'm planning to come see you shortly.
Look at that. Perfect. You can get me fresh and we can get you hitting a tennis ball. And I'm going to take some video, by the way. So
lovely. I'll make sure to be in my
we're a
cash best.
recreational. Maybe change.
No.
All right. So anything else on day 1 that I need to be scrolling to?
I think those are the big highlights.
Okie dokie.
Day 2?
Day 2, Saturday, July 4th, 250 years of America.
Happy Independence Day, folks. We are going to celebrate with the opening of our exhibit hall. It opens at 9 a.m. It's open from 9 to 5 that day. I'm sure Murray will read you the entirety of the extensive schedule thereafter, but I'm just going to give you the highlight reel there. I will be in the exhibit hall from 9 until 11 that morning. The other big thing that day 2 is known for is our resolutions committee. This is the meeting at which our organization gets to decide what policies are going to be important to us and worked on in the coming year. Super important meeting. You don't want to miss it.
It's actually titled Resolutions Day.
It is, yes.
Resolutions Day.
And then the other 2 things that I will be partaking in that day is I am participating in this year's mock trial put on by the National Association of Blind Lawyers. And then, of course, the National Association of Blind Students business meeting that evening. So Murray can give you all the details on the things that he will be a part of that day and the locations and thereof. But those are the places that I will be on Independence Day.
All day, Lizzie, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Independence Market and Federation. Free Reads, Salon D. Lone Star Ballroom.
D as in dingo?
D as in dingo.
Okay. And I believe the exhibit hall is actually a different location. I think that's in the Griffin Ballroom?
Exhibit hall is in the Griffin Hall.
Perfect.
Think Harry Potter.
That's what I was thinking of. I was literally
Gryffindor, Griffin Hall. Level 2 is the exhibit hall, and I will be there all day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Exhibit hall, Griffin Hall. or Gryffindor. I might wear my Gryffindor. Actually, I think I've only got a Slytherin scarf, and it's going to be way too hot. But
You
it's
made
probably
me
going to crank
sick.
up the air conditioning. So
You
maybe
got a Slytherin scarf?
I got a Slytherin scarf.
Add that to our conflict discussion.
Okay, noted. Level two. Come and see the exhibit hall. I think there's over 60 exhibitors in the hall
There's significantly more than that.
okay,
Yeah.
of which there is blind low vision tennis will be one of them. We'll also have a general sports and recreation table at the exhibit hall with shared sports and recreation activities going on. So from a recreation point of view, definitely good to check out. But honestly, the exhibit hall is so informational and can offer you so much. There's so many great businesses doing things in the blind and low vision community. It is great to get your support. These companies, pay for the privilege to have tables to come talk to you guys about all the fun stuff that you can do. And it can get overwhelming a little bit. Maybe break it up a little bit. So there's maybe once or twice or three times you're going into the exhibit hall and seeing everybody, but we're really excited to have as many people come through
Yes.
things as possible. So support the exhibitors.
Yep. I will also toss out Performing Arts Division will be present. We're selling kazoos this year, which is super
Oh,
fun.
oh, that's one of the first instruments I played. The recorder and the kazoo.
Well, we've got them in blue and red, whichever tickles your
Oh,
fancy.
well, I have to say, Lizzie, I had a double loss this week or last week because Australia lost to America in the soccer,
Which
and
we're
my
not talking about.
and my beloved New South Wales lost to Queensland in the State of Origin rugby, which I am perhaps even more devastated about. We lost by 20 points. It was an absolute smashing. And game three, final deciding game, is next in 2 weeks. So,
Well, I will learn how to play taps on the kazoo just in case.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
The
I got
blue,
you.
you're only allowed to play the blue kazoo. Red is,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you could come by a kazoo. You can come see the National Association of Blind Students table. I know they've got some merch this year. I actually just got an email about it and haven't even had a chance to read the email about it because I was hopping on to our podcast recording. My affiliate will be loud and proud and present selling popcorn. Definitely lots to explore in the exhibit hall. You will want to make multiple trips. Can confirm.
Yes, can confirm. Anything else, Lizzie, on day two that you're the blind professionals playbook?
Let's go ahead and toss out for sure the location of the resolutions committee meeting and the National Student Division meeting.
Okay, I'm just scrolling through.
Yep, I know resolution starts at 1 and NABS doesn't start until like 6, so you'll have a ways to go.
I do want to give a shout out. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee in
Mhm.
Salon G. It is important for people to understand the DEI space currently, and there's a lot going on in the DEI space. Alison and I just did a podcast that came out yesterday that you can look at on iTunes and Spotify, and also the YouTube channel for Ameribility, and broke down what that DEI space actually is. It gets confusing for people. There's a lot that goes into it. It's always a great idea to be up with the DEI discussions. And I just got distracted because I thought it said cooking, but it says Steve Cook Chair for a committee. And I really am.
There is a blind in the kitchen group,
Yeah,
but we're not looking for that one
no,
currently.
I am getting hungry, I think. I'm distracted by anything food. Membership
Well,
committee.
then stop reading the agenda word for word.
What now? Google accessibility. See, this is what I'm talking about. Is as you go
Ugh.
down and you look at the, calm down, Lizzie. There's a lot of new people. Um, as you go down and you look at the agenda, there's like, oh, I'd like to do this. Oh, I'd like to
There's so
do
many
that.
things.
Oh, they're at the same time. So again, the organization and the prioritization are very
Yes.
important. Otherwise, you,
Yeah. You will not catch me at a Google accessibility meeting.
I
Just
don't know, sure know that. TWC stories. If you're in Texas, I'm sure you have a couple of those yourself. So no need to go to that one. Meetup, Leader Dogs, Microsoft 365 Copilot, Reimagine Productivity, Lizzie. That's right
I
up
need you
your
to stop reading this agenda. Your skimming is going to kill me. Stop. Look for resolution.
I'm trying. Do you know roughly when it is?
It's at 1 o'clock. Just hit Control F and type in resolution.
Okay. But I much prefer to scroll. 11 to 12,
Oh my God.
Jaws, AI, and Future of Screen Reading. That's a good one to go to if you're totally blind and using a screen reader. All right, I'll skip to 1 o'clock. Jeez, I'm going over so many important things. Resolution Committee, Salon 5 and 6, Level 4. So it's the same place that Rookie Roundup will be.
Yes. Yep.
And
And you definitely want to get there before 1 o'clock because those seats fill up real fast.
real
Um,
fast.
yeah. So definitely get there probably about 12:40-ish, I think would probably be your best bet, particularly if you have a group of people you'd like to sit with.
And this is a Zoom via
Yes.
session, so you can certainly get into the Zoom for that one.
Hmm.
And what was the other one that you wanted me to look at?
The
Android
National Student Division
accessibility
meeting.
updates. Is that one?
No, the National Student Division meeting. It's at 6 p.m. Keep scrolling.
Yes,
Maybe it's
ma'am.
at 7 p.m.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think it's at 7. I think technically it starts at 7, but registration starts at 6. Or maybe it's registration starts at 7. Just keep scrolling.
Just keep scrolling, scrolling,
Just keep
scrolling.
scrolling. Just
That's
keep
what we
scrolling.
do. We keep on scrolling. Did you say legal? Legal
Not the legal
office
office
hours?
hours. Nope.
Okay. Student division, business meeting, rooms 203 and 204. You got two rooms for this, Lizzie.
It's very big. It
Very
tends to
big.
be pretty large. Yeah.
All are welcome to join our lively division, as we dive into all things blind students. Registration begins at 6 p.m. If you're not
I was right.
registered, don't bother showing up. Followed by programming at 7 p.m. Only members who have completed our membership forms process before June 30 will be eligible to participate. Do you need like a door security person? I can come in after I'm been at the thing all day and make sure that I'm checking if someone's registered.
Well, I'm sure we have a couple, but I'm sure they'd always take more.
Okay.
I also can't put in enough of a plug as somebody who's had the privilege of running the registration table at National Convention for NABS. Please register early. You make everyone's life, including and probably more so than anyone else's, yours easier by having already done the registration piece. I know it has not been launched yet, but you better believe when it does happen, I'm gonna be filling out that form right quick because I do not want to stand in that line.
So actually, this says that you can't attend unless you fill out the form online before June 30.
You can attend, you just can't participate as a voting and acting member because the different chapters and divisions and affiliates in our organization now have to vote on people's membership. So you can definitely attend, you just might not be able to like vote or run for an elected office or something like that.
And Lizzie,
Hmm.
question. This is
Answer.
all students, right? So if you're a mature student,
Yeah.
you're eligible. So anybody who's doing any kind of classes in school,
Yeah, certifications,
yeah.
whatever. I mean, like we've had people 65 plus years old come who are non-traditional students. Everyone is wanted and welcome in that space. I always used to say, and we'll take students of life too, right? We're all learning, we're all growing. So if you're a prospective student or just somebody with like a particular interest, you're also welcome in that space too.
Oh, I'm a student of life.
There you go. See?
I'm learning podcasts.
Exactly. You're
All
so smart.
right. Anything else on day 2?
Nope, let's move to July 5th, Sunday. Sunday,
July
July
5th.
5th is
It's
board
board
meeting
meeting
day.
day.
Yeah, board meeting and division day. So again, the exhibit hall will be open from 9 to 5. Our organization's elected board of directors meets in person at convention, and everyone can sit in on that meeting and listen and hear some presentations. You meet the scholarship class. Lots of important things happening at that board meeting. This is traditionally the space where President Riccobono has announced where our next conventions will be. So I don't know if his plan is to announce 2031 this year, because obviously we know that we will be back in Austin in 27, in Chicago in 28 and 29, and in Phoenix in 30. However, you can attend the board meeting and find out for yourself. Later in the afternoon, there is every division meeting you can think of, except students and except sports and rec, happening that afternoon. The student division meeting has already precedingly happened, and the sports and rec meeting is actually later in the week, so we'll get to that as well. But there are performing arts divisions, there is blind educators, there is rehab professionals, there is writers, there is science and technology and engineering and all these things. Everyone can find something they're interested in. And if you can't find something you're interested in, please talk to a mental health professional. There is a lot of options there for you. There's actually one for counseling professionals. So there's tons of opportunities for you to explore. I will be at the Performing Arts Division meeting, followed by the Dance and Movement Workshop, Cha Cha Cha.
Are you gonna
And
gonna
then
do a little
later that
make a
night,
little noise?
yeah. And then later that night, my affiliate actually has our caucus. So this is not a plug for you to come to Iowa's caucus unless you really want to, but you should be cognizant of the fact that your affiliate may have a caucus, which is a time for the people registered under your state's name to come together and to discuss resolutions and ask questions and get answers and pass along information so that you can be a uniformed front when things need to start being decided during general session. So again, Iowa's is on the 5th, yours might not be. That's definitely something you want to connect with one of your affiliate leaders about. But
Liz,
that is more or less my day on the 5th, Murray. What you got?
Lizzie, is this where you give your stump speech?
My what
Your,
speech?
your town hall stump speech?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a stump speech is?
No.
Oh. It's where politicians get in a room and basically lay their platform.
Oh no, I'll be doing that at the NABS business meeting.
Okay, good to know. Where again, Lizzie, is the exhibit hall? Gryffindor, Griffin Hall,
Griffin Hall. I believe
Griffin
you said
Hall,
level what? Two?
level two,
Perfect. See, I listen.
2 for 22, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come and
Yes,
say g'day. Uh,
absolutely.
what else have we got? NFB board meeting at the JW Grand Ballroom, level 4, from
Hmm.
9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
Yep.
That is also a Zoom session, peeps. If you are tuning in, you can tune into that. Uh,
Yes.
anything else that we need to talk about on day?
Those are the big ones because I think honestly that day is just very much unique to interests, right?
Oh,
So if there is any day more so far and away that I would encourage you to explore, it is probably this one on the agenda. nfb.org/convention will get you to where you can access the agenda in a Braille Ready format, an HTML format, anything, a Word
Word.
document, whatever you want.
Yep. Lizzie, talk to us about NFB Newsline.
NFB Newsline is primarily how persons who are blind or low vision access media, right? So you can have subscriptions to the Air and Space magazine, you can have subscriptions to the New York Times or the New Yorker. It's a largely run through our national organization and then connected to each of our individual affiliate states. Sometimes run through our state libraries, but it's a free way to access any and all forms of media that have been connected to the Newsline platform. I used to read Vogue in my heyday
Are you going
through
to
NFB
break into
Newsline.
song, the Madonna song?
I am not going to sing the Madonna song.
Vogue, Vogue,
Now I
Vogue.
primarily, this is going to sound really weird. I was talking to my fifth and sixth graders all year about different parts of a newspaper. So we would read like different parts of the Washington Post or the New York Times, or like the Guardian. And I got like weirdly fond of like reading over obituaries because I
Wow.
was like, wow, this person has lived such a full life, or like, wow, this person, passed away tragically young, or I don't know. I like learning from other people's lived
It,
experiences.
it's your own version of crime podcasting, right?
Literally, I don't listen to crime podcasts, but apparently I like to read obits. So,
Special mention to our deafblind community. Deafblind Division annual meeting is going to be held from 12:30 to 5 p.m. in room
mhm,
202.
there
So
you go.
if you are in that deafblind division and you'd like to attend the annual meeting, there you go.
Yep.
President Rocky Hart will be doing that meeting.
Yes, and I will be in Salon B as in Bravo for performing arts. So if you decide you want to come say hi, that's where I'll be that afternoon.
Here's another important, see, there's so many sessions that you just see. 12:45 to 4 p.m., National Association of Blind Merchants, room 203 and 204. Curiosity drives innovation, creativity and change will be discussed, and the changing landscape of business, entrepreneurs, and Randolph Shepherd. That'll be hosted by Nikki Gakos,
Akis.
Gakos,
Hmm.
president. That's an interesting one. I've been to one of those sessions before, and if you're interested in starting your own business, or you're interested in um, becoming a blind merchant, that's a great one to go to. I know a lot of the students in transition that I work with talking about entrepreneurship, so that's another great one.
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna force you to jump ahead because I just looked at the clock and we have 12 minutes left to record, and then I have to go to a doctor's appointment. So it sounds
Okay.
like we're not gonna get to BizCast Dress today. We'll push that to next Monday with our resolution. But we are gonna be able to get through the last 3 days of convention because those 3 days are general session days. So we're talking
Okay.
about the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th
Monday
of
the
July.
6th. Yep. Opening general session.
Mhm. And on the 6th and the 7th, you will have general sessions between 9 and noon and 2 and 5. And on the 8th, you will have a session from 9 to noon, but no session from 2 to 5, which is a new change this year. These are all in the same space. Murray, what is that space?
Um, it is the JW Grand Ballroom Level 4.
Okay, so same place that the board meeting was held. These are also Zoom friendly meetings. There's a really, really detailed, time and attention that goes into planning these sessions. You're going to hear incredibly important updates and new concepts and so many things that are pertinent to our organization. Top of the tier being President Riccobono's presidential report on the afternoon of the 6th, as well as his banquet speech on the 8th. So you definitely want to be attentive to general sessions on the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then the banquet address, which I believe is a little bit earlier this year. I think it starts at 6 on Sunday, but don't quote me on that. So definitely look for yourselves. Um, all really important sessions that you want to be a part of, right? We talk about how many people like come for the party and stay for the philosophy. I think the philosophy can be a little bit of a party, right? And these are the conversations where we are showing the might of our organization to other people in attendance. We've had the Social Security Administration's commissioner come to our convention before, and we have Congress people and senators and so many different influential figures who come and see the power of us as blind people. And that's kind of a remarkable thing that I really encourage everybody to be a part of. Of course, you will have events over the lunch hours. There will be a Louisiana Center for the Blind open house. There will be a time to visit the exhibit hall. There will be so many different meetings. And of course, on the 7th, the Showcase of Talent in the evening back in Salon E as in Echo, Master of Ceremonied by yours truly. So again, probably three of the meatier days of convention in the actual presentations. But don't let the seemingly less events deter you from really deep diving that agenda. What did I miss, Murray? I know sports and rec meets on the afternoon of the 8th.
Yes, correct. But I just want to plug this session first. Rebooting my career after losing vision at 39. It's a really good, I think, premise here
Mhm.
of a person who worked for EA Gaming, and
Oh, cool.
did video games for 13 years. Room 303 on that 6th Monday.
EA Sports is in
It's
the
a
game.
game.
Yeah.
You can tell how old we are.
I
Um,
know. I used to play that game in like the 90s.
Business
So
general session. You said that is on the 8th, right? The
sports and rec is on the 8th.
sports.
Yep. It's
Yep.
it's one of the lunchtime
I'm just
meetings.
scrolling. That's what we do. Okay, here we go. Lunchtime meetings.
While Marie is finding this, the other thing that I would be remiss in not telling you all is please also consult the agenda to find out when and where the presidential and affiliate host suites will be and when those things will be open. We have a lot of unique access to leaders in our organization through these entities. There's going to be a couple of snacks available. There's going to be people there to answer your questions. If you'd like to schedule time to meet with President Riccobono, you can do so in 3401 when the presidential suite is open, room 3401. Um, And I think that's a really unique part of our organization is giving folks that access. So again, there's tons of times that those two respective suites are open. You'll just want to consult the agenda to figure out. I know the presidential suite is 3401, and I believe the affiliate host suite is down on level 5. So they're not very close together, but they are both very much worth visiting throughout the week.
12:15 to 2:15 p.m. Sport and Recreation Divisional Meeting, room 301. Level up with NFB Sport and Recreation. Join the squad. Drop into the convo. Soak up our keynote vibes, and I know that cricket and ice hockey will be featured at that event as well. So if you're interested,
That was like the most Gen Z coded
yeah, it is.
agenda
Very,
entry I've ever
I
read.
was not ready for that.
Soak up the vibe.
Soak up
Nice.
the vibe. I will
I love
not
it.
be there, unfortunately. I have to return to Las Vegas.
Boo.
Work. I know Lizzie and I were going to do a little bit of a skit for our podcast in Talent Show, which Talent Show will be much the worse for not having. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
Yeah, they'll have me at least. It's like a
They
good
will.
second place, you know? Yes, but okay, well, it sounds like we've got tons and tons and tons for you to explore. We just talked about it for 50 minutes and we probably covered like a fifth of the agenda,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's
So go
it's
dig.
a great, it's a great conference. A lot of work gets put into making it
Amen.
special for you guys. And, there's probably, 3,000 people with blindness that attend from across the country.
Somewhere around. Yep, every
Yeah.
year.
And so it's an amazing event. I've been to the last two. And so this will be my third one. And again, come and say good day to us in the exhibit hall. We really want to see you. And come check out Lizzie's sessions. She's going to put a lot of work into this conference, and
She already
very
has.
busy. Yes,
And she's ready.
she's
She's real
ready.
ready. But all
I love
right,
when you
Murray,
talk about your person in the third person.
I have a resource share. Do you want to kick us off or do you want me to kick us off?
You can kick us off.
All right, so as a little bit of a teaser for our next episode, one of the things that I wanted to share with you all is this entity called Stitch Fix. And I might have plugged them before, but Stitch Fix is this really great entity that you can kind of go in and fill out like a style profile on yourself. So I would say hook up with somebody that you feel knows you pretty well and can describe things to you pretty well. It helps you identify like the clothes that you feel most confident in, or the patterns that you hate, or the fabrics that you don't vibe with, or that you do vibe with. And it actually gives you custom suggested clothing items on whatever frequency basis you want. So when I was in college and I was doing a lot more like need for business casual clothing and traveling, I was getting these like once every couple weeks, like once a month maybe. Now that I'm a little bit more full in the closet, I now get them every 2 months. But essentially, you pay a $20 fee, and then they send you 5 items, and you can put in special requests. You can tell them you have an event coming up, and they kind of curate looks for you so that you don't necessarily have to go out and be shopping in stores, which I know can sometimes be tricky for blind people who can't drive. And then whatever you like, if you want to keep something, that $20 fee is actually taken off from whatever that charge would be. So if you bought a $50 shirt, it would be a $30 shirt because you already paid that 20. If you don't like anything, you can send it back free of charge. Super great service. You can change your profile settings based on budget, things that you're willing to spend money on, things that you're not willing to spend money on. I've gotten shoes and jeans and accessories and tops and dresses and skirts and jackets, you name it, and it is in my closet from Stitch Fix. So worth taking a spin. And if you know somebody who has Stitch Fix and they actually give you a referral credit and you end up signing up for the service, you can both save like $25. So definitely dip your toe into the exploration of Stitch Fix if and when you need it. And Stitch Fix, if you want to sponsor our next episode, let me know.
Great. Congratulations, Stitch Fix.
I love Stitch Fix so much.
Got that. You don't have a good poker face, Lizzie. I'll just tell you that. Get very excited about things. All right. My resource.
That's a good thing. Leave my facial expressions alone.
Exactly. My resource is that in August in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, actually it's at a county called Big Beaver County, which is unfortunate. We're going to play national championships at Brady's Run Tennis Center, and it'll run from August 7th to August 9th. and it's great for new players. We're going to have a new player clinic on the Friday, August 7, and then we're going to have mixed doubles in the nighttime on Friday, which will be a great starting point to come play on courts. And then singles will start on Saturday and finals will be Sunday. So it doesn't matter if you've never done sport before. This is an opportunity for you to get out, be social, build your community, meet people, have fun, do something that's healthy, great orientation, mobility skills, and great support from the community to come out. That's fun. So,
and it's in Big Beaver County, so who wouldn't want to go?
Big Beaver County. We're working on a mascot. It's going to be fantastic. Lizzie, yes. I think you could come and be our Big Beaver mascot. That'd be great.
I would wear that suit with pride.
I bet you would.
I was a squirrel once. I was a squirrel mascot once, so I can do it.
I'm sure you would.
There's I was the same as squirrel. It was for Bank.
Such a line for that. We're going to just leave right alone. All right. Thanks for doing that, Lizzie. Appreciate it. Come and meet Lizzie. Welcome. She's a Beaver mascot. It's going to be great.
Or a squirrel, depending on the day. Who knows?
No, just Beaver. We're not in Big Squirrel County. Okay. Easy.
Okay.
So come
play. Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 24.
Lizzie, registration is open now. You can go to usblindtennis.org and register for our national championships. And if you need help, then contact our vice president at vicepresident@usblindtennis.org. Lizzie, hope you have a lovely doctor's appointment.
Thank you so much. This is why we don't record in the mornings. I think we just have too much energy in the mornings.
Too much energy. All right. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Have a lovely week.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back shortly for the last installment of this run of changing the narrative.
This season of changing the narrative. Season 1. Uno.
Did I just forget the name of our podcast?
Yes, you did. That's all right. I nearly forgot the name of it. I'm doing so many podcasts, I always get confused. So
there you go. We're thriving.
This is episode 24 of Changing the Narrative. It will be up this Thursday.
Yay!
So go check it out on YouTube, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Thanks, Theo.
All the youngsters listen to Spotify. I do not. I'm old.
True. I don't.
All right, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
See y'all next time. Bye.